Hey guys, welcome to Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook. Today we'll be drawing this cute little Stegosaurus. To begin, come towards the left side of your page and draw out a large oval for your Stegosaurus's eye. Then leaving just a small space, draw a second oval for the second eye. Our stego is going to be looking upwards, so I'm going to draw in a large circle near the top of both of these eyes facing the left corner. Then you can go ahead and draw a little heart under each of these first highlights and shade in around the rest of the eye. For the eyelids, trace over the top of the right eye and extend a small line out to the right and one out to the left from the left eye. And then we can go ahead and add two little eyebrows just for a little cuteness. To begin drawing out our Stegosaurus's head, place a small dot near the top inside edge of your left eyebrow. Then you can start to curve that line around the front side of the face or the left side until you come below the eye and start to curve back over towards the right. Then coming back to the top, you're going to start to draw the line over to the right, extending past the right eye and a little bit further out than where the bottom of the face has ended. Start to bring that line down. And then you're going to start to create the back of your Stegosaurus's body. From the bottom of the line or the back of the neck you've just drawn, start to bring the line upwards, creating a rainbow shape for the back. And as you come down towards the bottom of your page, start to pull the tail out towards the right. You can come back into the face and we'll add two little nostrils now just below the eyes for his little nose. Next, we'll create the bottom of our Stegosaurus's neck by coming just underneath the bottom line of his face and drawing an angled line towards the center and the bottom of our page. Stop this line so that it's almost at the same spot as where the neck meets the back. Then from the base of the neck, draw a slightly angled line towards the left corner and then a horizontal line back towards center, and finally the back side of the leg so that you have something like a rectangle open into the body. To draw in the belly, you're going to bring a line out on the other side of this leg and drag it across the bottom of your page almost towards the tail. So I'm stopping here because I am using a marker. Then I'm going to draw in a back leg by doing the same thing but just on the opposite angle. So this time the foot is angled towards slightly the bottom right corner. Okay, then you're going to finish off the rest of the underside by drawing the line past the leg towards the tail and ending the tail in a little tip. Now we can bring our pencil or our pen back to where the neck meets the bottom of the head, and I'm going to draw in a little bit of a belly. So start to draw in a line, making sure to go behind the leg, and this time we're just drawing this line underneath the bottom of his belly we've already created. Continue that between the legs, and then you can just come out behind that back leg and meet up somewhere with the bottom of the tail. Then we'll add in the other feet. First, the other front foot by just coming behind the first leg and drawing underneath the belly, so it's going to look like a little tiny rectangle. Do the same thing for the second back leg, just drawing in front of the leg that's there. Then you can add in some little semicircles or curves for toes. And then we're going to go and add in the spikes on our Stegosaurus's back. So I'm going to start at the head, and to do the spikes, I'm just going to draw a like almost the top half of a diamond or a triangle with a slightly rounded bottom. So you of course can make these any shape you want, but I imagine that I'm making something that looks like, I don't know, a half of a leaf, and I'm leaving a small little space in between each spike. So I'm going to do 5, I think, coming down the neck from the top of the head. And then when I come to the back, so I'm going to leave that little space where the neck curves, I'm going to make them a lot bigger. And for the back, I'm going to actually do a sort of front spikes and back spikes, I guess, if you can imagine that, as if we can see the two sides of the body. Okay, so you can see that I sort of just round and then come to a point and come back down to meet up with the edge of the body. So I'll do these all along the curve of the back. And then to do the other side, I'm going to come in between each of those spikes and just draw sort of like a triangle. And I'm not worried about that little space that meets up with the back there. I'm just going to leave that. So it's just sort of the idea that there's another side to our little Stegosaurus. I'm going to add in just a couple more of these little spikes as I'm coming down towards the tail. You can add as many as you need depending on how long your Stegosaurus is, and they're just getting a little smaller. As I get to the very bottom of the tail, I'm going to start to make these spikes a little bit more like teeth. That would be my best description. So just like really long pointy triangles. And I kind of staggered the size and the height of them. I just like that better. And now we're just going to give our little Stegosaurus a setting. So start out, I'm going to draw in a ground line that's moving just across the page and comes just a little bit higher than the bottom of his feet. Make sure to draw your line underneath the belly or that space in between the legs as well. And now for some prehistoric plants, I'm going to draw out a nice big curve here just in front of his face and a little round leaf right at the top. And I'm going to draw these little round leaves, staggering them down each side of this stem, and I'm keeping lots of space in between them. For some reason, this just makes me think that it's a much more desert-like plant when there's not really a lot going on and the leaves are kind of spaced out like that. And then maybe we'll imagine there was a little bit of a breeze and draw another one of those just over the top of our little stego here. So you can of course draw any kind of leaves you like, and all your plants can be rooted right into the ground if that's what you prefer. And last but not least, I'm going to add in some happy little clouds. So starting just above his head, I'm going to draw a nice big fluffy cloud. And of course, I'm going to give it a little happy face. So just some simple little oval eyes and a little smile. And then one more little tiny baby cloud just beside it. And that's our cute little Stegosaurus, guys. Thanks so much for drawing with me today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So until next time for another Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook, keep making art and keep smiling.